Street Champs, come get put on. Today I am here with a very interesting duo. I'm here with D-Stylez and High Key of Affliction Music. How you guys doing tonight?
Hey,
What's
doing good, bro.
Hell yeah. We've been here chilling for a little bit. We have a crazy ass story to tell you guys at some point. But before we get into all that, how's y'all's day today?
It's good, man. It's good.
Good, productive. Got things done that we've been needing to get done for a long time. So feeling good.
That's right.
Yeah.
Promoting our show, if you can see up on the flyer there, Deryk. Make sure y'all show up March 16th over at Oscar Blues in Colorado Springs. Johnny Denver, New Wave, Prophesizer, and our homies Taste Nasty and Presley Marley gonna be there, so you already know it's about to be a vibe.
Whoop whoop.
That's fire, man. Tron from the Thursday show, guys, and the Tuesday show.
We'll be
check 'em out.
on this show.
Hell yeah. How'd you guys? What made you guys pick Deryk, and how'd that come together?
Actually, we didn't. We work with Bandwagon Presents, who's throws shows of multi-genres across the Front Range. We started working with them, a few years back, and we just recently started being in charge of putting together the lineup for the Colorado Springs shows. So
And working with them more regularly. So it's them who is bringing out the famous acts. And then we work together to do the promo and ticket sales and then book the artist to be a part of it.
So with that and the people that already work with Sarah and I as our sponsors, we're able to not only give them a little bit more shine by having them pay to be part of our sponsorships, but also we're able to elevate our own brand in working with reputable businesses to, make things happen and do bigger events and stuff. Just did Talib Kweli in Denver, and I've been working with Afro Man, Jerry Robinson, a couple other acts that we've done with them. And so, yeah, it was really cool vibe.
That's awesome. Hell yeah. And how did you guys are partners? How did this business come together? You guys are partners, musical partners and business partners?
Yes.
And partners?
Yes.
Yeah, partners. All three partners.
We actually started by making a song together. I guess, Sarah, I'll let you open up more about that. So 2016?
Yeah. So we met at Speakeasy first, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we met at Speakeasy, which was a cannabis lounge in Colorado Springs. He was performing, and I was giving out dabs. And I loved his sound because it didn't sound like anyone else. We were both with our shitty exes, so we weren't available. But we saw each other like, hey, I see you. Can't have you yet, but I will. But anyways, so he was really dope. And then we ended up being on the same event together at the Dab Lounge.
Yeah. And Easter?
And we were single, baby.
Oh.
So
Sparks flew.
yeah.
So,
Yep, we kissed and then we were inseparable and we've been with each other ever since, and that was 7 years ago. But we created our first song together, Fatal Attraction, and we didn't expect for it to take off the way that it did, but because it did, then we realized that we should be a duo together in terms of music.
I was already doing shows and performances out here for a long time. Pretty much been out here since 2011 doing shows. My first show out here was called, Mac Miller and Black Sheep. And that sold out. So ever since then, I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do.
It's fire.
But anyway, so I'd already established myself pretty well in the scene. So that plus the combination of just the buzz between me and Sarah, we were just like, let's start just doing this together. Brings a different element to our live performances because we're able to be R&B and hip hop, as well as just kind of be able to speaking more to the couples or the people that don't feel heard or noticed. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
we're not afraid to be, and I think that's why Fatal Attraction took off, because we're vulnerable in our content. So whenever we're discussing ourselves in our songs, we talk about everything. And in Fatal Attraction in particular, it's when our relationship was first starting out, so it was super rocky. And what we were going through, and the lyrics in our song is something I feel like a lot of relationships go through in the beginning. I don't know, so we were afflicted. And then affliction brings growth, so we transmuted that into something positive. So that's what affliction is for us. By definition, it would be an illness, it would be something bad. But that's why for us, you know, it's a good thing, and that's where Affliction came from. P.S. By the way.
Oh yeah, good to know. Good to know. So with how old are you guys?
I'm 33.
You're 33?
44.
You're 44?
I'm 32.
32. just give it into a time frame, because that Mac Miller show, Black Pegasus was on that same one, right?
Yes, he was.
Yeah, I remember seeing a
Yes,
flyer
he
for
was. Yep, it was us, Black Pegasus. I believe there was one more opening act, but yeah, we were the main two openers, and yeah, it was an amazing experience. At the time I was working with guy Chris Sweat. He was doing Don't Sweat 'Em promotions. He was doing a lot of shows and stuff at the nightclubs in Springs, and that's how I met Black Pegasus, through him. And through that opportunity came to Mac Miller's show. And at the time I was in college, went to Adams State. I was on the drum line at the time, and
Oh, shout out Nick Cannon.
yeah, man, shout out Nick Cannon and drumline. Yeah, I led the drumline for 3 years. Enjoyed the shit out of it, but towards the end, when I was supposed to decide what I wanted to do as a career, I didn't want to just be a music teacher. I wanted to do something that was kind of outside myself, and something I felt more self-gratified in, and not just another part of passing the torch to another drummer. You know what I mean?
But still badass that you got a scholarship for drumming, though.
Just gonna.
Still badass that you got
you
a
don't-
scholarship for drumming.
You don't have to there's a happy medium.
Okay.
You know.
There you go.
Well, I'll repeat it, you know.
No, well, I appreciate it. It was a cool experience just because, yes, the movie Drumline was a huge influence to me at the time, and I was writing all the cadences for my high school and college, so I definitely felt like I was living out my little drumline dream.
Oh wow.
Performing in front of, hundreds of people every weekend too, automatically had me unshy when it came to performing live, when it came to my rap music. So
Yeah.
definitely was an easy confidence booster there, and I feel like that's kind of where my sound kind of comes from, is the overpacked syncopation and cadences of 90s feel, and trying to bring nostalgia back through newer mediums, I guess.
Yes.
Hey, yeah, respect. And what about you? When did you get into music?
Here?
Just when did you start, developing your
Oh,
musical
man.
talents?
So I started singing at 4.
I think every
I
baby sings.
Right? I started actually doing talent shows and singing for Special Olympics and stuff like that. I would sing the national anthem. I started doing that around 12, and then I would do that every year. And then it just got into bigger places like football, baseball. I was under a label in Texas when I was 21. I tried out for American Idol. It is not at all what you guys see on TV.
What's it like?
Whatsoever. So you have to go through 3 different phases before you actually see the famous people. So it's 10 rows of 3 producers, so to speak. And have you been to Texas?
Yes,
It's fucking hot.
it is hot.
Yeah.
It's pretty hot, Texas.
So, yeah. So, it's not like Arizona, but bro, sometimes it's what the fuck? So this was one of the what the fuck days, and fucking had to be there at 5 a.m. And water bottles were fucking $10. I had no money because I just paid for parking, and a bitch was not expecting any of this. So
They didn't have a water fountain?
it was not working. I had to drink water out of the sink in the bathroom, bound and determined, because I needed water before I was going to perform. Dude, I was so nervous. This was not what I thought. I thought I was going to be in front of the 3 famous people.
Simon Cowell right off the bat.
And it's just us,
Yeah.
not all these other people. I don't do well with that. I
think you're wrong to assume you were going to be in front of the famous people. I think that's on you.
Well, true, but I was very naive to what, reality TV or just TV in general was, you don't until you're actually a part of it, right? So this was my fucking wake up call, okay? Now I know how fake the shit is. But they were more concerned with my trauma story than if I was a good singer, because it's about entertainment value. And that's why they'll let in tone deaf people, right? Because it's all about entertainment value. But there's 10 rows of 3 people, just with dividers, not even really blocked off. So these people are right next to me and I can hear them. This is like, what the fuck? So thank God I'm a badass singer, because otherwise I'd be thrown off by what they're singing. But it was really cutthroat. So they're like, okay, you go stop, you go stop. And it's like, oh my God, like we maybe had 20 seconds and that's really not enough, you know? But you would go to the left or the right if you made it or you didn't. So when it came down to the round, where it was like the determining factor for me, 2 of the producers had left and it was just one girl, which I was like, no, I need all 3 people there to, tell me what's up, sir. But anyways, so it was 4 of us again, and same thing, go stop, got to me. I sang If I Ain't Got You from Alicia Keys, and she didn't give me anything constructive at all. So there was nothing I could really do with it.
Okay.
But she just told me that she had like compared me to Carrie Underwood and Kelly Clarkson, how they're the full package and I needed to work to be that. So I don't know what the fuck that meant. I was like, okay, so do I suck or do I not? And where do I go? But obviously I believed in myself and I continued. But yeah, I did music. I started at 4, started doing it more career wise.
So you didn't make it past the first round?
No, so it's the second, but
Second
once
round.
you do the third, that's when they'll put you in front of the 3 famous people.
Yeah.
So I got to interview about my, upbringing and all the good stuff they wanted me to talk about, but it's probably just sitting there in the archives,
Wow. Just sitting there and some producers just like
Until we make it, they'll be like, "Dang,
It's like, well, I've been watching this chick since like 2000.
we had her here when she was 21."
Wow. That's inspiring. Okay, so that was when you were 21.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, we could make this whole thing about music, but I'm really interested in so at what point, when does this whole scenario pop into your life? How many years ago?
The stalking?
Yeah.
So, to our knowledge, it was 4 years ago.
4 years ago. Wow.
But when we got a team of people working on the case with us, they had found an account that was created over 10 years ago. And the profile pictures of me, it was a picture taken of me in Texas. It's not a picture I have personally. Someone took it of me in a public place somewhere. And it's her name. And it shows the date that it was created. She also used to live in Texas. So, yeah, that was 10 years ago. So we don't have documentation from Texas. We only have documentation here in Colorado. But that is...
So this started around that time of American Idol?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So just before we get into the the details of this, just give me like a quick summary of this whole thing, because I want to know all the details, but just so someone could just catch this real quick.
You could also listen to Strictly Stalking podcast. I did an episode there.
No, fuck them.
Kind of, but no, I mean, we're going to dive into it, and that didn't really show everything that was going on. But basically, back in 2016, and anyone who is in the music industry that performs, it's the way that we promote and get out there. If people watch us perform and they like us and they come up to us and they're like, "Hey, can I add you?" or whatever, we say yeah. And then they buy us a ticket or buy a ticket from us the next time we promote a show. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And back then, before I had a stalker, it wasn't something that was an issue. It wasn't something I was afraid to do.
Well, you've had a stalker since you were 21, so.
Well, I wasn't aware of it until I moved here. Regardless. So, back then I would befriend anyone is basically what I was saying, on social media. Somewhere along the line, she added me and I don't remember because I wasn't paying attention. Now I do. I'm a grown woman. It's a little different, but, I didn't back then. So it'd be different if so she had reached out to me. She saw a video of David, our roommate, and I just being goofy, dancing goofy. And she said in a comment that she loved our energy. She'd love to hang out with us sometime. If a dude would have said that, I would have been like, no, weird. But because it was a girl, it seemed harmless to me. You know what I mean? She messaged me and said that.
That's how they get you.
Yeah, so what the... So she messaged me, and basically we had worked out a day for her to come over. She come over when our roommate and one of our friends was there also. So it was just 3 guys and me and her. As soon as she got there, she kind of... It was really arch.
Threw us off.
Odd.
Is that the word for it?
Yes. She started talking about her trauma.
Wait, what year was this? She came over the first time.
This was 2019, right? Or was it 2008? It was 2019.
19. Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. When a girl pulls up the receipts, we'll know. But anyways, I believe it was 2019. She comes over for the first time, and it was a giant red flag because she immediately started talking about her trauma, and none of us know her like that. And, you know, our roommate had actually never heard anything like this in his life before. It was sexual abuse, and so he was, like, stunned. And he was like, okay, I'm going to go to my room. So him and our friend went to the room, and then David and I were fucking trapped in there. But before they took off, though...
It was nuts.
Before they took off, we're trying to listen because, you know, I try to be sensitive to people who feel safe enough to open up to me, right? But just after dealing with crazy people, just like I said, that being our first encounter, it was really fucking weird. It was fucking weird. And after she does that and she cries and we're like, I don't even know what the fuck we're supposed to do right now. You know, I don't even know. I give her a hug. Yeah, that's the least I can do. I don't know what else I can do. And then she said she's actually a singer too. And she asks us if she could sing for us. And I was like, yeah, dope. P.S. I'm always looking for a girl that sings to harmonize with. I'm just really trying to sing with girlies out here.
Yeah, hit her up, guys.
And please, we could rap together too, please. So I was like, yeah, hell yeah. I was super excited about it. And I was like, maybe she'll recover with a song. So anyways, she...
Doesn't sound like it.
I know. Well, she fucking hits it with, I'm going to sing Creep from Radiohead, which I love that song. I do. But when you're an actual creep singing it, it changes the whole fucking meaning. It truly does. So, yeah, really, it makes it a fucking horror story. So... Anyways, she was off key.
How does that song go? I've never heard it.
I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here.
Oh.
That's the chorus.
Yikes.
Yeah. So.
Just off the top, she just memorized it?
Well, I know it because it's a banger.
It's a popular song.
It's a banger, baby.
Yeah,
I'm out here. I love all genres.
I've never heard it.
Yeah, well, you're going to have to look it up after this one, Shunny.
It's a popular song, but the way that she literally went from smoking and drinking with us to immediately crying and dumping out this trauma that came out of nowhere to
wanting to
stop
sing,
crying and being like, hey,
because it was crocodile tears.
Can I sing your song?
Baby,
and then
when the tears aren't falling, that's called crocodile tears. That's not real, okay? And it's not even good acting, so we're going to have to work on that. Get some fucking eye drops or something, Jesus. So, anyways.
Maybe it was a trauma.
Off and on. So she starts singing it. She's off key. And it is, I'm in a room full of immature boys. And just think about being with your best friends in class and you're told to shut up and you're all being ridiculous and laughing. And it's even harder to stop laughing.
So we're like looking down and around and stuff.
We know.
We're trying not to make eye contact. And she's like looking up at us every time she goes into these like long notes. And like,
she's getting into it. And we're like, ooh, I'm trying to look down because I know if I look at any one of these motherfuckers, I'm going to break.
And then
I fucking...
So then our friend... Then our ex-friend, he just our roommate just cracked out laughing.
Well, it was actually it wasn't our roommate. It was actually our friend, and I looked up at him, and then he fucking bust out, started laughing. It was horrible. There was no covering it up, dude. There was no covering it up. And then I started going because I couldn't hold it in. And then our roommate and then David and we were fucking. I mean, we were fucking.
It was so bad,
bro.
and both like
we were crying, dude. We couldn't even fucking breathe, dude. So she's like, "Oh man."
Well, you fucking damaged your ego.
It was
it
was Jekyll and Hyde. So she was like, "You don't have to fucking lie to me if you think I suck." And I was like, "Oh." And of course I recovered it because I'm a motherfucking boss. And I was like, no. I said, Chris made a weird face, dude. It wasn't even you. I was like, he's so silly. He just made a weird face. And we all started laughing. No, I know since then she was like, I'm going to kill her. Some Carrie shit, bro.
So anyway, that's just to say that our first interaction with her was already like
that's the first day.
Intense.
So how did that night wind down?
I mean,
she went the fuck home.
So she, she didn't. Was that the night that she made out with two different dudes?
That's fire.
okay.
No. The first night she came over, she didn't even drink. She actually only smoked with us. She drank when she came over for the party. Motherfucker, this is like really besides the point, but this just shows some character a little bit. So I am friends with a lot of, producers or rappers in the scene, and she was single, so our friends, I would set her up with them. And I actually set her up with someone we call our brother on a date, actually. She said she didn't feel safe going out with him. She wanted to just do it at my house. I was like, yeah, that's fine. We're having a party anyway. Y'all can, chill, whatever. So he gets there, and she's on acid. That's another thing she would do. Super boundary. She'd act a fool at our shows, and, that's our workplace. That represents us. So having her do that is fire. Fucking just ridiculous.
Random tripping lady.
So... anyways, he shows up and she's on acid, so he's dope though. So he wasn't like how I would be. I'd be like, what the fuck? All right, well, I'm going home. So he was like, oh, okay, that's what we're on. Well, I'll do a tab with you. So he is doing acid with her, and she decides that she's gonna bop around our fucking living room. So she's on a date with him, and then she goes over here to some random guy that just shows up to our house, and she's laying on him on our couch. I'm like, I don't even know this guy on my couch right now. You're both laying on my couch. I don't even know y'all like that. And so I'm feeling hella disrespected. I'm looking at my brother like, I'm so fucking sorry. And then she gets up, goes over to my other couch, tries to make out with our other friend.
That's what?
What?
She sounds like a great,
what the fuck?
Great girl.
Then goes to the backyard, talks to our other producer friend, comes in, says she's in love with him. All of this in front of our brother who's on a date with her. And then she tries to make out with him. He was like, fuck no.
I mean, it's one of those drugs that just makes you feel all warm and cuddly inside.
I felt like she felt enough on that on her own.
A hoe's a hoe.
But anyway, those two stories just to say that our interactions with her when it came to hanging out was always intense and a lot.
Did she come over a third time?
Well, no,
she could. That was
point, this is just the beginning of
the friendship. Yeah.
So
we developed a friendship, and I honestly believed that we were really close friends. But looking back on it now, she probably looked up everything on my page to know all of my songs that I love, and because every song she played, I knew all of them, and I liked all of them. And now I know. You know what I mean? She probably just looked it all up, knew what to say to me, to convince me that she really was like a sister to me. So we got really close. I considered her a best friend, and honestly, close enough to trust her to watch my daughter. So it was I said the wrong thing on Strictly Stalking because my short-term memory loss is ridiculous. That's why these receipts help me, and having a team of 10 people on this case helped me. But it was Montana, right, baby? Not Wyoming. We went on tour with Nappy Roots, and it was a mini tour. It wasn't like fucking weeks or anything like that at all. We were just going to be gone a week tops. So,
we had 4 dates in 3 different cities, and, we were on the way there. Where did we stop, baby? I believe actually we were at the beginning of Ohio or getting into Montana. No, actually, no. I think we just crossed Wyoming into Montana. But anyway, we had stopped for a hotel for the night, and she was supposed to be watching her kids.
I had arranged with her. She was going to alternate watching my daughter while we were gone. So, in the evening, she would be there to, set her up, for her outfit for the next day, and just make sure that she, bathed and stuff like that. And then our friend was staying the night with her and getting her to school in the morning. So she literally just had to be there for maybe 20 minutes. It's only because he worked for his grandpa. And by that, I mean, he was his provider. So he had to go take care of him and make sure he was set for the night. And then he could come, you know what I mean, back. But every day he had to go check on him, you know what I mean, and help him with what he needed. So.
Shout out, Grandpa.
Shut out, Gramps. So, it's about 10 o'clock and she should have been there at 6. And we just made it to our hotel and our friend calls and he said, I've been waiting for a while, but she still hasn't showed and I need to go. So I'm just going to have to take Sky with me, So I didn't mean to say my daughter's name, but yeah. So I panic because we're in another state and anyone that's a parent would understand, when it comes to your kids, you worry. And I just didn't understand what was going on. when things run smoothly when you're out of state, it is more of a comfort than when things don't. You know what I mean? So I felt kind of helpless because I wasn't there. We were trying to reach her. We couldn't reach her. And once we finally did, it was another Jekyll and Hyde situation where she was completely freaking out and saying, you guys get to live your dreams and I'm fucking stuck here. And I'm like, what is she talking about? And she's saying that she never agreed to watching my daughter. And her mom's in the background telling her what to say. And she's like, no, you need to let her know you have your own life. You have your own son to watch. And she's telling me I have my own kiddo. And acting as if she never like had this all aligned with me. So I'm very emotional, like legit. So, and especially when it comes to my children. So I was crying. I just like I said, I thought we were best friends. So for her to be treating me like that was crazy. And then to lie and know that she's lying is even extra crazy. And then, you know, worrying about my daughter, which wasn't an issue. Our friend ended up staying there. It's not like he would leave her, you know. The whole time, but it just put him in a shitty position to have to miss, you know, his other job. You know what I mean? It was just really shitty. So she blocked us, but because she was weird, she added my family. She added all of our friends, anyone we interacted with. And because my friends and family saw me in pictures with her, they accepted it, you know. Again, girls seem harmless versus like some random guy coming out of the woods, you know. But they're fucking crazy too. So we now know that. So I need y'all to know that.
Girls, guys, both crazy.
Yeah, both. Girls might be worse.
So this is where the friendship ends.
The first time.
Oh,
yes.
the first. So she comes back around. You accept
Yeah,
her
because
again.
I was fucking dumb, bro. I was reading. I'll get there.
Okay.
So, anyways, she blocks us and she makes this post like how we're selfish and we abused her and we were forcing her to watch our daughter while we went on tour when she has her own child to watch, all this other shit. Well, my friend sends me a screenshot of it. She's like, well, I know this is about you because you guys are on tour right now. So what the fuck is this? And then I was like, oh my God, what the fuck? She blocked our numbers and everything. And I think she maybe made a couple more posts about us after that, but I just blocked her on Messenger, or I might have blocked her actual account. But on Facebook, when you have a page, if you block them on your personal account, they still pull up on your music page, which I didn't know until she messaged me there. So I want to say maybe like what, a couple months, maybe
2 or 3 months. Yep.
It may have even been 3 or 4. Again, I can give you the exact date when we get to that episode. But I'd started working for 98.5. And when we were friends the first time, she had given me a laptop. First, she gave me an iPhone because she saw my phone break. And she's like, well, I have an extra iPhone. She was monitoring me on the iPhone. Like, if anyone knew the levels, like how deep this is. But I didn't know that at the time. So she's watching my whole life on this phone.
As in what?
Everything. Anything I ever
keylogger?
typed, it's called keylogger. Anything I ever typed in there, she had access to. My passwords, my everything. Everything I ever did. It was basically like showing her what I was doing. So that and the laptop she gave me, I had no idea. So I was wondering why the phone, I had no pictures or anything on it, but the storage was full. It was driving me fucking crazy. But anyways, so she had given me both of those before we stopped being friends. I say that just to say why she said what she said. So I posted a picture of me at the desk with the laptop that she gave me, and saying that I work for them and any businesses that want to be aired on the radio station, just hit me up. And she messaged me and she said, congratulations on your new position. And, you know, she was happy to see that I was using the laptop or whatever. And she hopes that I could forgive her. She'd love to talk to me. You know, that wasn't even her that said everything that she said. It was her mom. And, you know, she doesn't want to blame it on her trauma, but she never got the chance to tell me everything that she went through. And that's why she responds and reacts the way that she does. I didn't respond. And I was going through like a whole like spiritual healing path myself. So I was trying to be more, open and kind, even with people that had wronged me in a really, major way. And I was reading a book at the time that had really changed my fucking life. And
What book was that?
it's called Unlocking the Queen Code. And it's like a book/journal. So each little paragraph that you read, you write like your takeaway from it, basically. And it's really empowering. And it just teaches you, you know, how to be more graceful and forgiving. And that particular chapter that I was in was about forgiveness. And she was the only one that was consistently messaging me asking for forgiveness. So as silly as it may seem, it's because of that chapter in that book that I ended up responding to her. I don't know, maybe the 6th or 7th time she had messaged me. And I told her that I forgive her, but more importantly, I want her to forgive herself. And, you know, I needed some time to heal through this, but I'm ready to talk to her now, and, you know, be her friend. And of course she was excited, and I think she came over maybe like a couple days later. Again, I can pull the exact dates up, but then it was like we picked up where we had left off. All along, she was telling people that David and I were physically abusing her. We were telling her what she was allowed to wear and who she was allowed to hang out with.
Your friend? This girl?
Yes.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And she was also saying that like we were forcing her to give her money.
Money, and we were stealing her car and like all kinds of crazy shit. But we had no idea until they had told us like she was saying this, which was later on in the game. So
what's her motive to do all this, you think?
I don't fucking know. I really don't. I mean, she didn't want me to be with David, and everyone thinks it's like an obsession and also wanting to be with me, also wanting to be me.
So she's gay.
I don't I dare.
Well, what, you saying she wants to be with you?
Well, people could be bi. She is with a dude right now, but what's funny is she did say that people thought she was gay because she was never with anybody back in high school, apparently. She said that in some other podcast. Anyways, besides the fucking point, what was I saying, y'all?
You were telling me that.
Just finished the story about her being your friend again.
Oh, okay. All right. So it came to about what she was saying about me whenever I had asked her why her friend deleted me. She had a best friend that wire wrapped jewelry, and it was something I was interested in, and it was something she was trying to start a business with at the time. So both of us were interested in it, and it was going to be like a little girl date thing. And she had said that, you know, she was sick or something. I can't remember what excuse she told me, but she said her friend, the stalker, said her friend was sick, so we were going to have to reschedule. So I was going to show my friend her work, and I noticed that she deleted me. And I was like, what the fuck? Well, our only connection is the stalker. So, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Put 2 and 2 together is 4. So I was like, obviously she must have said something to make her delete me. That's crazy. So I messaged her, and I was like, hey, I just noticed that she deleted me. Do you know why? And she was like, oh, no, I don't have anything to do with that. I mean, I know she told me she doesn't really like your music. I was like, okay. I was like, all right. So I messaged her, and this is where it all started to come to light. I messaged her, and I was like, hey, you know, no hard feelings. I'm not quite sure what happened, but I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me, or something to that extent, and ending it with peace and blessings be with you. She came back at me with, I can't believe you're like, how dare you message me after what you've done to such and such. Not going to say Voldemort's name, y'all. I can't believe what you've done to the stalker. I'm not even going to read what you said. All kinds of other shit. And we'll pull up that message too, because I'd rather it be exact instead of me like paraphrasing. You know what I mean? Like,
Where's the message?
Let's just pull it up. So then I was completely taken aback, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? I think how to spell her name.
And David, why don't
you talk some stuff while I pull this up.
Where are you in all this? Does this stalker have a boyfriend? Why don't you just go beat him up?
Oh no, from the very beginning I didn't like her energy, and I always had felt that there was a ulterior.
Oh, I left the part out. She tried to poison me before we went on tour. I left a pretty major fucking part out. Yeah. Y'all chat for a minute though while I do this.
Yeah. But no, I mean, from the very beginning, I already had felt like ulterior motive or just something weird and off about her. So I had always told Sarah to keep her distance, and you know, Sarah being the kind person that she is, she doesn't want to turn down friendship when it comes from another female, because, you know, what other female doesn't long for that in in her own friendships is just strong female connections and stuff.
Women empowerment is really important to me, and I'm a domestic violence advocate, so that's why it's also really important to me to have connections with women so I can offer them resources and like I said, connection.
So yeah, I mean the whole thing just kind of made me mad. I always had kind of just shut myself off in the room when I was able. You know?
She ever like try to break you guys up? She ever like hit on you?
Oh yeah, she tried to break us up multiple times, but never tried to hit on me by any means. It was more of like whenever me and Sarah would have bad days, she would be that devil's advocate of her trying to, distance herself further.
A friend would give it advice like, "Oh no, that's totally normal." Like me and my man bicker or whatever, and I'm just venting. I'm not like wanting. I didn't even need advice. You know what I mean? But she would always say things to steer me away from him, where a friend would be like more encouraging, not discouraging, not trying to drive a wedge between you and someone that you love. Which now I look back on, you're right, it's gay as fuck. I think she's pretty gay.
But shout out all my LGBTQ
Hey,
viewers
you know what
there.
time it is? She shouldn't be there because y'all are cool and she's not, but it's all right.
That part.
It's okay though.
All right, so you got the message?
Yes. So I'm gonna read the full thing, but then that means I have to explain more. So murderous, but it's here. So, she says, "I pick up on motherfucker. I keep fucking going into this guy.
The best distance is like one fist away from it.
Man.
Yeah.
One fist. Okay. I pick up on energies. The group text I pick up your energy. So is another fucking weird thing. She created a group chat called The Craft because I told her like I always wanted like a whole like tight group of women, And have you seen the movie The Craft? So I don't feel old as shit. How old are you, Deryk?
I've seen like
how old are you?
26.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I've seen like Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants or something like that.
Absolutely the fuck not. Get fucking educated, bro. That's crazy.
Like,
the dark side of Sisterhood of the Traveling of the goddamn Pants, bro. You're gonna have to Google that.
Like American Horror Story Coven type shit.
Yes,
okay.
Actually, spot on. Good job. You might have seen a preview or something. So, anyways, so she started a group chat. I said I wanted it to be like The Craft. She started a group chat, called it The Craft, added her friends to it that I hadn't met, that she said I would really like that we were all similar or whatever. And this girl was one of them. And in the group, she's like, "Oh, I actually took this idea from Sarah, The Craft or whatever, but now I'm just putting it into motion or whatever." I was like, "Yeah, that's all you're doing. You didn't steal it from me." And then I had said, "This is something I always wanted to do, just like have a group of like-minded women and be able to hang out together." But it's never gone the right way because either...
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
Sorry, guys. My cat broke a glass cup in the background. Had to clean that up. But we're back. All right. Anyway, so where were we?
No clue.
All right. So she was about to read your message. From this girl.
Oh yeah, that's right. So, anyways, I said that girls are usually jealous of each other, or feel inferior, and so I was never really able to put together like a whole girls group like that.
The cult.
And that I was excited.
Right? The Craft.
The Craft.
The cult. He's totally seen this fucking movie because you're like dropping shit that's similar.
I swear to God, I haven't.
Well, figure it out. So, anyways, she says I pick up on energies. The group text, I picked up your energy. Quick, your first message, you talked about how you tried to be friends with females before, but they get jealous. Red flag. Who says that to new friends? So she took what I said out of context. I didn't say people get jealous of me. I said typically they get jealous of each other, and that's why we're not able to be able to connect. Anyways, so she said, red flag. Who says that to new friends? That whole vibe, girl, off. I pick up the energy when Stalker tags us both in posts, and I don't know what she meant by that either. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm usually not, and I protect my peace. I don't like friends who see the others as competition or envious. I don't like friends who give their friends ultimatums and force them to do shit. Like, bro, toxic is toxic. Pretty face, pretty voice, pretty post doesn't change the energy. Peace to you. The only reason you even got a response is because Stalker hit me up talking about you mentioning me to her. Not necessary at all. I just don't rock with you. So it was complete left field for me. I didn't know what she meant by like 3 different things that she said. So I had reached out to the stalker, and I just want to say really quick, you know what really fucking sucks for me? I have so much proof just because along the way, I knew this shit wasn't normal, the things that she would do and say. So just in case she ended up fucking killing me one day or doing something fucking crazy, I have documented everything for a really long time.
Yikes.
But motherfucker, now I hate that. My short-term memory loss. I just want to apologize.
Do you really have short-term memory loss?
I actually genuinely do. Yeah. I really do. It sucks really bad. It's not like a stoner thing. It's like it is a diagnosis.
So you were blindsided by the message. You hit up the stalker to ask her what the fuck was that about.
Yeah, but what I had just said was in relation to something, but I mean, we'll just start there. So I had messaged her asking, that's what I was saying that sucked. When we stopped being friends a second time, she had already posted shit about me before, or like a screen recording of me crying, saying like I couldn't believe the way she was treating me and that she just wouldn't show up for my daughter. That's obviously humiliating. But I was incorrect, and I hit the delete button on our message chat thinking it would delete it on her end too. This was before we had like the unsend option and all the shit that we have now. Yeah. And I was wrong. All it did was just, it's still there and it's on her end. And I wish I had fucking every single thing, because I feel like that would help me too. But I mean, I have enough. But anyways, so I asked her, what the fuck was this? You know what I mean? I sent her a screenshot and I was like, what is she talking about? And then she tells me, I don't know, like that has nothing to do with me. This is just how she feels about you. Never once says it's because I told her that, you're toxic and your man and you're abusing me, etc. So, finally, that comes about that, she had been saying things that weren't true about us. And, so I need to figure out the timeline of this. But it was obviously in the first time that we were friends, because it was before we went on tour. She gives me this, box of herbs and says that it is mugwort. But
what is that? What's mugwort supposed
to be? It's supposed to be like a relaxing type of herb that you could like smoke or whatever. It's not something that I personally use.
You're black, right?
Or
where are you being like, bruh, come on.
Trust me, that's exactly what I said to her as soon as I saw the shit. So,
like, bruh, come on.
I wasn't familiar with the shit. Okay, I am now, but I wasn't then, and it's still not something I fucking fuck with or anything. I just know what it is now.
Hogwarts, like some Hogwarts, right?
Get the fuck.
What the fuck you say? What the
mugwort?
Mugwort.
Oh fuck.
I would love to attend Hogwarts.
Mugwort.
So yeah, it was supposed to be mugwort, and she was like, "Yeah, it'll make you feel relaxed, and it'll give you lucid dreams." Like, I don't give a fuck about lucid dreams, dude. I'm not on what you're on, bitch. So I like literally can't relate. But I obviously am not ugly like that. But mentally, I was like, what the fuck? So mugwort. Okay, cool. So you know how you have like a plant identifier app? Like you could put it on a flower and it'll tell you what that flower is.
I didn't know that.
Fucking get hip, bro. Yes.
Technology.
The future, baby. The future. So
I wish I used my apps to identify plants, but I'm like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram.
Oh yeah, no, me too, bro.
Like, yeah.
Well, there. So anyway, anyways, found out that it was actually wormwood, and if I would have done what she said to do, which was she told me to smoke a couple joints of it, and she gave me these 2 red pills, but they were supposed to be like.
Wait, she wanted you to smoke this shit?
Yes.
Yeah, she said it would give us lucid dreams.
Why the fuck would you smoke anything?
From somebody I don't fucking know. And are you kidding me? If it's not weed, I'm not smoking. What the fuck does this look like,
yeah, if it's
bro?
not weed or like. Maybe like a cigarette.
A dab.
I
don't do cigarettes. Right. The fuck? If it's not weed or dabs, baby, I don't know who the fuck this is.
Right.
So, anyways, and I have no fucking desire to do it. So
wormwood.
She said to smoke 2 joints, whatever, and take these 2 red pills because it'll make the flavor taste better, because she said it was bitter. Now, I don't know what, cranberry pills? I'm like really trying to figure what would have put a flavor in my mouth as I'm hitting a joint.
I mean, cranberry would have given you flavor.
What am I gonna do? Like fucking keep it in my mouth the whole fucking time I'm in the joint? Like it just didn't make sense to me. Yeah. But I don't know. She must have thought I was a fucking idiot. I'm not really quite sure. Maybe she drugs idiots. Maybe she's used to this.
What were the red pills?
Fucking not I said the full lie.
So she looked it up right away. Figured out it was poison.
Yeah. So I was like, literally, what the fuck?
Wait, what's poison? Wormwood or the red?
Wormwood, but she said it was mugwort. The red pills, I wasn't able to find. There wasn't even like a number or anything on them. You know how there's usually like a number or letter, and then you could just like put it in there. Yeah. So I never found out what that was, to be honest with you. So I can't say, but I did find out that the box of herbs was wormwood, and I did make a police report about that. And
what does that do to
pictures
you
of it?
It
could be toxic.
Yeah, it's toxic.
Yeah. Fatal.
Yeah, if you smoke that shit, it'll kill you.
You'll like I want to know the dying process. So you like vomit uncontrollably.
I mean, Google it, baby. This wasn't me that gave it to me.
Right.
But
look up wormwood.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Anyways,
like Sarah said, the idea of her thinking that she would just smoke it without even doing research is pretty.
It's so crazy.
Anyway, you know.
Hey guys, don't smoke anything. Other
that
than
somebody
weed.
gives you.
And like if you buy that shit from a store.
Or if someone hands over some pills. That is the craziest shit ever. That is crazy. So anyways, I obviously did not touch that shit. But whenever I talked to my roommate and my fiance about it, they're like, no, she did it on fucking purpose. She's trying to kill you, and I know that. And my roommate was really, really fucking adamant about it. Like, he's like, you should not be friends with her. Like, this was on fucking purpose. And, you know, my fiance's telling me the same thing. Like, no, you shouldn't be friends with her. The bitch is fucking crazy. And I just kept giving her the benefit of the doubt because she's really good at playing the, like, naive, like, lost in the woods fucking victim.
Damn.
And, you know, I have a soft spot for people that are hurting like that.
Is she pretty?
No.
She's not pretty.
No. I'm sorry. I would never normally say that. Please no. But I think that her energy is so fucking evil and awful that...
Is her face pretty?
It's not. No. That it would override any beauty if she did have it.
Dang.
I think that all women are beautiful, but this is not a woman. This is a devil. So we're speaking about somebody different here. So this doesn't count. I need y'all to know this isn't my energy. I don't speak ill of women.
But demons are demons.
Just of demons, right? So different ball game. Different ball game.
Can you break open your folder?
File? Sure.
Show what is in there.
So once she started showing up places that I worked and venues that I was performing at after I'd stopped being her friend. So after the trying to poison me, by the way, thing, I brought it to her attention and she pleaded with David in the kitchen again, like a fucking weirdo. But she comes in and she's like, Sarah, I would never do anything to hurt you. Have you at least seen Selena, man? Have you at least seen Selena?
I have. Oh yeah, with
the real one, not the show, because I wouldn't watch the show. That was disrespectful. That girl ain't looked nothing like Selena. The movie, the real movie. You seen it?
I've seen the movie, and the show is actually pretty good too.
I'm not going there, but the movie, good. At least you watched motherfucking Selena. So, I lost it again, baby. What was I saying?
You're kind of comparing the Selena situation to her killing you.
Yeah, you were talking about you bring up Selena, but you're about to say like. She hit you up to apologize and plead with me in the kitchen to...
That's right. That's where it was similar to Yolanda and Selena. Her trying to plead with Selena, I would never hurt you. I would never take money from you. And even when she was in the truck the whole time, what was it, for like 24 fucking hours with the gun to her head and them trying to talk her to get out of the truck, she was saying, I would never do anything to hurt her. It was an accident, you know. And it was just similar like that. I always refer to her as Yolanda or Voldemort because I refuse to say her name and give it power. Right. But she really is a lot like her, and that's why it's terrifying. I could take this bitch in a heartbeat, but her and her mother literally have lawsuits against businesses claiming racism that didn't take place. Her mom won 6 different settlements claiming racism within her workplace. So because they have the money from these settlements to be able to get these lawyers and shit, that's what has always kept me from just beating her fucking ass. And nobody's worth my freedom. And after you lose your freedom, you realize that. Nobody but my family and my children are worth my freedom. Not some batshit crazy fucking woman. You know what I mean?
Did she sue the Stalker podcast? What's it called?
No, because they really don't have pool like that. I don't know where the fuck the money went, but they don't have money for lawyers and shit or anything like that. So what they do is they'll post doctored up paperwork that's not real. And it's to plant fear within people, businesses, to kind of get them to bend to their will, and get people to stop sharing the truth or stop being associated with me or what have you. So lost it again. I'm so sorry. I really am so sorry.
It's fine.
It's something I suffer with really bad.
What causes that?
My PTSD.
Okay.
Yeah. Trauma response. It's awesome. Yeah, so
You were explaining.
Yolanda. So she had come over and I brought it to her attention that I looked it up and what it would have done to me if I would have done what she told me to do. And she immediately starts crying, but the cry that doesn't have tears, of course. And she says that she would never do anything to hurt me. She had never actually smoked it herself personally, but she wanted to look cool to me. And she wanted to help me because she knew that I had pain. Lucid dreams and relaxing has nothing to do with pain relieving, but I'll just fucking stop there. Right. So then she gets up and she goes to the kitchen and she's grabbing David's arms and she's trying to plead with him. I would never do anything to hurt Sarah. I promise you. Please believe me. Like, she was overselling it. And somebody who was telling the truth would not be running around crying, grabbing arms, trying to convince you. Yeah. You know what I mean? They would just be like, I'm really sorry. I know it was stupid, but I was just trying to look cool. But I swear I wasn't trying to hurt you. It's like that simple. But all the extra shit, when you try to oversell shit to me, I'm like, oh no. Like I can see through this, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you're handling a different way that I would handle it. Like, if one of my homies comes in here and is like, dude, look at this grass. Like, I'm going to give it to you. You should smoke. I'd be like, dude, take it with you. I'm not even going to smoke that.
Yeah, I know. Right. And because so this is the thing too, dealing with her, I was a lot softer because of the way that she was really self-loathing and stuff like that. So I don't know, like I kind of took on the nurturer role and I never wanted to hurt her feelings. So damn sure I wasn't going to touch this shit, but I couldn't tell her fuck no, because then she'd cry about it for the next fucking week and then I would have to deal with that. Okay, I would have to go fix all of that shit.
It wasn't just like she gave that alone. Like she would give it to her like in multitudes of gifts and act like.
Oh, I mean, she was giving me shit all the time and saying she wanted to help me and I could, I could reach out for help anytime. But then she flipped it to, I was stealing money from her. I was forcing her to give me money. I was using her. I was taking advantage of her.
Did she ever give you money?
Yeah, she did. Okay. But we paid it back. Oh. So her and her mother
a big amount?
The largest was $300, and her and her mother put like the Cash App stuff, right? And she fucked up and had to repost the video because in the Cash App it put a fucking shroom emoji. So shrooms are legal here, and they sell them at David's store. He works at the liquor store. It's liquor smoker shop, so it's like both of them.
It's fire.
And they sell smoking products there, and shrooms and stuff like that. So she would ask us for shrooms, and she would send us the money. He would get it from the store and give it to her.
And she would just put 4 shrooms.
So, yes, what an idiot. What an idiot. Make us look like dealers and shit. But it was legal because it was decriminalized here. But they conveniently enough only posted the parts where she sent money, not the parts where we sent the money back. So in the videos that I added you to the private album, it shows the full Cash App and like us sending it back and how majority of the money she sent was for weed or for shrooms.
Should we pull it up? Or I mean, is it that? It's not like it's not that big of a. I believe you on that.
Yeah. Oh no, which part? What was I just saying?
You were talking about the Cash App, the
Cash App
returning of the money.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's save that because we'll go through all the videos. Let's save that for another time.
So fast forward. So now you get caught up a little bit more. Now fast forward to you guys being friends the second time.
Yep, and that was it, right?
Right.
After that, she made another post, and this time was publicly saying that she tagged 97 people, which all of were, coworkers, some type of business associate in some way, venues, like venue owners, promoters, stuff like that, and said that we physically abused her. That's where all of that came out. We physically abused her.
Like physically, as in like you beat her up, or like
yes,
yeah, like say that.
Yes, well, shit, she didn't say sexually. Fucking who knows what the fuck she's really saying out there. Yeah. But on social media, she said that we physically abused her. We controlled who she was allowed to talk to and what she was allowed to wear and all kinds of other silly shit. But
mind you, Chad, this is a grown-ass adult woman.
Oh, most
yeah,
definitely.
Not like a fucking child. So.
No, she's in her 30s, and her mother are well aware of what they're doing, and that's what makes it more disgusting. Is they're claiming racism when it's not taking place, and that's so disgraceful. And like it's taking away from the people that actually are experiencing racism, and for them to be of color and do that is what makes it even more next level disgusting. Like truly.
Why you have good kids? They're like, can I use the bathroom? You're like, nah. Hold it.
Do you have to ask enough?
He's like trying not to be loud at the door. My kids are the shit, man.
Nah, for real.
So yeah, I made this 97 Tad. All of our friends.
Oh yeah, that's when she started doing that, tagging people, trying to sway them into not working with us and trying to kill our business. Some people, stopped talking to us just because they didn't want to be involved in the drama or tagged in the shit anymore.
So the first post where she tagged 97 people, what exactly was she alleging?
That was where she said we physically abused her.
Physically abused her, saying that we took all of her money.
All
this shit. And our friends came on there and were like, why are you tagging me in this bullshit? This isn't true. Like, I saw firsthand you have a serious obsession with Sarah, because this is the thing. I didn't see what was going on behind the scenes. She posted pictures she took of me that I didn't know she took of me. So at our events, because I'm also a photographer, we've been in some really beautiful venues, and I am like fascinated. So I'll take pictures all throughout the venue, And a couple of shows we had taken her with, one in particular was the theater that Marilyn Monroe performed at.
The Lincoln.
And so I was taking pictures all throughout it, and she was behind me taking pictures of me, and I didn't know that until she posted it on Facebook. And that made me uncomfortable. But when she had made this post, one of my friends had commented, like, I saw firsthand your obsession with Sarah, and it's sick. She would play with my hair, and she always would ask to play with my hair and different stuff like that. But when you're friends, you don't look at it like that. Like when we're younger, we all played with each other's hair. We would braid each other's hair. We'd have like a girls' night, you know what I mean? And you don't really look at it as something creepy until you figure out that it is.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of creepy fucking regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. Okay,
Well,
so
like, imagine if he had a homie that did that. Like, bruh, your homie's gay.
I would be like, he's gay as fuck.
Touch my
Yeah.
hair, bro.
Gay?
Dude, can I play with your hair?
Oh.
It's different for
I
girls.
think he has another question.
What's up, my love?
Oh, those are really old and hard. They're gonna break your teeth.
It's just for show.
It's like 2 years old.
Wow, Deryk has 2-year-old gumballs in here, dude.
I know.
Eee.
I know. Don't put up my Cash App history.
Don't judge
Easter
his
bunny
gumballs.
basket. Okay, so we're just gonna fast forward in this hoe. Yeah, so because I can't just beat her ass, it's not that simple. I've had to take the legal route. I can only show or prove what I can with paperwork. But when it comes to this in particular, teachers can be subpoenaed. So she had gone by my children's school. And I don't know why. She never had permission to go to my children's school. But there's an app called Class Dojo where the teachers talk to you and like kind of communicate what days are, they're dressing like this, or what they're doing in class, what their homework's going to be and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And my daughter's teacher at the time had texted me and said, does anyone know a such and such? And you're breathing. So she asked, does anyone know a such and such? And it was the stalker's full name. And I was taken aback. I was like, what the fuck? And this is while we were still friends, obviously. It was the second time. So this was another red flag I didn't understand. But I didn't have a confirmation that it was her. I just had a text asking who this person was. And I said, I know this name. I knew this person is, and she just told me they showed up to the door. And they weren't listed as anyone that was allowed to get in there as a parent or anything. So they didn't let her in. And looking back on that now, that's fucking terrifying. That's absolutely fucking terrifying, especially with the things that she's drawn. So anyways, starts with the stalking, cyber stalking. She would check into places after we were there, shit like that. It was just a way to let me know that she's watching me and she's around, whether I like it or not. And once you deal with stalking and know what it actually is, it's not like, hey, I was just stalking you and your pictures are cute. That's not it. It's much more serious than that. Then you're able to understand like the gravity of it. But I also became an anti-stalking activist, so I hold workshops breaking down what stalking is, because the more awareness I spread, then the more resources I could build, because there are no resources for stalking in the state of Colorado. There's only resources for domestic violence at TESA, which is limited to women and children, and so there's only resources for stalking if it involves domestic violence, not just stalking. So anyways, rewind.
Because like the worst parts of stalking are like the social stigma, social abuse. You know, when they call places and they fuck with people you do business with.
Right.
That's like
Yeah.
the worst part of
People's
it.
opinion.
It's slander,
Slander,
libel,
yep.
you know, harassment, the whole fucking nine. But anyways, like I said, I had no choice but to go the legal route when shit started getting really fucking weird. So we'll just show you this. And this was the deal breaker. Like the Juneteenth festival showing up, whatever. And who knows if that was real, because like I said, they doctor shit up. She could have taken that video from someone else and said, haha, they didn't want me there, but I was still at the Juneteenth festival. But again, a way to make me feel uncomfortable and unsafe. Because it's not like that. Like I see her paying somebody to shoot me. I don't see her having the balls to do it necessarily, but I absolutely see her paying somebody to do it. So getting a protection order was absolutely important to me to protect my family and I, especially when she drew a picture of my daughter and I, and she made my daughter a pool of blood. So this is just the protection order paperwork. When you first file a protection order, you have to serve the person, otherwise it's not going to go anywhere. Conveniently enough, even though she lived in Denver and claims I stalked her and ran her out of town, she held an event less than a mile away from my house that she knew, at a place that she knew that I liked, and had planned to go to.
What's the event?
She calls it healing painting. So these paintings she draws of me cut up and stuff. She draws other people with like healing symbols, and she says she does healing paintings. And she was offering a class to show people how to create healing paintings. And she had tagged my friends in her advertisement for it. So my boss and my friend served her with the paperwork there. But if, in fact, she were so terrified of me and I ran her out of state and she now runs her business in Denver, why did she throw an event less than a mile away from my house of all the fucking places? Mm-hmm. Again, another way to make me feel unsafe and like, hey, I'm right by you and there's nothing you can do about it. So she was served that day. The same day she violated by cyber stalking me. And the way that she would do that is, like I said, pictures of us. She would recreate and post them, tag my friends. Not even necessarily friends, just people on my friends list. You feel me? So some way, somehow, it would always get back to me from them.
Can you show me one of these photos?
Yeah. So that's what I was saying. After I got this, she kept pushing off each court date intentionally, saying, oh, I don't have money because she took my job, so we got to push off the next court date a month. And then the next one, oh, I just started a job, I can't just be coming out here. And then the next one, she doesn't have everything together the right way. Next time, I don't have everything together the right way. Final time, I have health issues. I have not come out with exactly what it is yet. I don't feel safe. But I lose the ability to use my hands and arms and legs and feet sometimes. So I can't walk and I can't drive, obviously, when I have a flare up like that. So I had felt that coming on, and there was also supposed to be snow. So I had my boss take me to my final court date where I would be able to show all of my proof of what she was doing. And, my ride showed up 5 minutes before I was supposed to be at court, and I was 20 minutes late, and the judge had already left for the day. There was only 2 cases for afternoon court that day, and they had denied it due to a failure to appear with prejudice, meaning I could not take her back to court for the same reasons. So she's continued to do what she did because she knows that she could get away with it. There's nothing that I can do. So but she told everyone else it's because she proved I was racist and I was lying about everything. But I have the paperwork that says FTA, that means failure to appear. So these are some of the drawings. Sorry, this is just like show that I had the restraining order for 6 months. So this is one of them. This is just me and a friend. That was her way of letting me know she was watching my personal Instagram. So what she would do is she would create a fake account, and you know who regularly watches your stories. So if a person with no image and a name you've never heard of pops up in your story every day, you're going to realize it, you know? So she would see my story, and then she would post the picture, whether it be cut up or she would just
Can I turn these around?
Yeah, go ahead. Well, you know what? I think we should use these.
Okay, this one's...
So, because these are actually...
This one's a very...
David and I. So, we had just got the Wu-Tang show, and we were really happy about it. So, we posted it publicly, and that's what she created it into. But, of course, after I had came out public with this stuff, she said that I was narcissistic and these actually weren't of us. And she got some random people off Google and put it beside her images and said it was them. But clearly, when you see that shit side by side, that bitch is a motherfucking psycho, and she's lying through her goddamn teeth.
Yeah, exactly.
The same
fuck
shoes.
outta here.
That's insane. It's the same belt color.
Get the fuck out of here. Look at my feet.
He has like a white belt color or like
Identical.
That's insane.
Identical.
I mean, these ones are... I want to cover her name up. Chat, I don't know if you guys can see these.
Oh, but she's got people that watch this show, tagged. She's got them wrapped under her too, believing her side, not ever once seeing my proof. But it's because I've been smart about everything. I ain't never done anything in a way that I'll get in trouble.
Wait, it gets worse. What's this next one?
There's this one too. And then, I need to show you the one where she cut my head off.
That's what I'm saying. That's the one you need to show.
Let me get that one really quick.
That's the creepiest one.
Yeah.
This one, I mean, I see it obviously, but like, he has an afro.
Oh, well, she did that.
That's what she tried to do.
She tried to.
It wasn't us by trying to add one thing that's just not us.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
added an afro, but baby, you know that's him. Look at the way that he's standing. Look at his
way.
pants and his shoes.
The way her leg is angled. They don't do that.
That's true.
For nothing. You know what I mean?
That's true. Why does he think it says release? And she's like taking your...
That's another... I don't fucking know. She's got a knife and I'm cutting him.
It's
and like...
always something about me.
It's creepy. I don't know. That's why I wanted a protection order. Because I don't know what the bitch is trying to fucking say to me. What, she's going to slit my man's throat? What, she's going to make my daughter a pool of blood? I don't know what any of this shit means, you know? And shit got weird. And I would be goddamned. So... hell yeah. I went to try to get a motherfucking protection order. And I'm glad I had it for 6 months.
Here's this one, chat. Sorry.
And I'm trying to find the fucking one with my head cut off. So could I do this?
Yeah,
is there a way for me to link to your computer and they could see it on the screen?
Yeah. Is it on Facebook? Is it on?
I can just pull it directly from my phone.
That's gonna be a little bit more difficult, but we can.
Can I just send it to you then, like through Messenger? Or something?
Yeah, send it to me through Messenger.
Okay, word. I'll just do that really quick because those two in particular are probably the most awful, bro, and probably the most creepy.
Oops, sorry.
Damn, son, careful with my evidence.
I was trying to like organize them.
Find this. Okay, so let me go over here really quick. You guys go ahead and chit chat while I do this.
Okay. So, I mean, I know you guys are you're her husband or her fiance?
I'm her fiance.
Fiance. Okay. Yeah. I mean. Obviously, it's not happening to you exactly. Like, it's different because you're doing it. It's kind of by proxy. But if this was happening to you, like...
No,
he messages... So she creates fake accounts and she messages him on them, too.
Yeah, she tries to, like, message me from, like, fake accounts trying to act like I've been talking to them to, like... Because she knows that me and her have had issues with...
When we first dated in 2016... we had fucking issue. It was a rocky start, you know, and that's what I was saying in the beginning of all of this.
You gotta let the hose off easy.
You know what I'm saying? We had to get right out here.
Indeed.
But, so she doesn't know, like, David and I are so fucking locked, bro. This is 7 years, baby. We have the same passcode to our phone, but we never have a desire to look through our phone. But that's just so if we need to fucking do something, we can. Shit, I'm in the bathroom. I need him to answer the phone for me.
She's gonna sway the loyalty by trying to message me on fake accounts
and act like they've already been having conversation, like he's not attached to my messenger and I'm not attached to his. We're on each other's business and music pages so that we could answer when we need to. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, we are with each other 24 motherfucking 7, and not because we're like crazy controlling, because we prefer it to be that way. When you're in love and you have a good relationship, bro, All you're doing is spending time with your family. You're eating. You're watching your favorite shows, baby. You are laying down. You might do a hike and do some outdoorsy shit every once in a while, but you're not. You know what I mean? Like we're way too involved for her to have a male message me or a woman message him and think that that's going to cause an issue. But it's every day.
But
it
anyway,
is
it's like every day
goddamn
for the
day.
last like 3 years we get messages like this.
Crazy.
Wow.
And I just block and I mean my block list has grown within almost 1,000 people over just the last year.
Oh, and it's on all platforms. So Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere, bro. It's fucking exhausting, bro.
And it just sucks because, me being the person that, like you said, is not directly affected, but it still is affecting me in terms of our business, our events. The reputation of my fiance, of course, it affects me in terms of that. That upsets me as well as seeing her being upset or cry about it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, if it was me, I don't know what I would do if it was me because I would handle things different.
For sure. And then people that claim they're my friends and call me sis and shit are the same people that when the stalker harasses them over and over and over will finally give in and be like, hey, it's okay. Can you just stop tagging me? Like, not shit is okay. And if you were personally experiencing it, and if your fucking lady was personally experiencing, you would never even comment, it's okay, but not ever.
Yeah.
You would say, what the fuck is wrong with you? Get the fuck out of here. This shit isn't true and damn sure don't fucking tag me. But a sis and a friend, nah, it wouldn't be like that. But a couple of different people that weren't really my friend, she has been able to stick her teeth into. Only because I haven't been messy like her and posting about her every day the way she does me. If I had, then nobody would have ever entertained this. But I have a business to uphold, a reputation to uphold. I have things that I do within the community that are more important than me trying to prove to people that this shit isn't true. You know what I mean? And I had to focus on that. But, so this is the one where she made my daughter a pool of blood. Oh, let me send this to you on Messenger. That's right. 1 second. And I'm also going to send you the images that she put side by side and said they were, just so you can laugh your ass off. Because,
I'm ready for it.
baby, don't make me do it. Fuck. Okay. Incoming. Message on the way. You've got mail. Are you old enough for that?
Oh, I do remember that. Does this woman have a day job?
No, she does not have a job. I am her day, night, every.
She doesn't even.
Yeah. No, she does not have a job. She can't keep jobs because she's fucking crazy.
You sent it to me?
No, I'm trying to right now. I'm just gonna send it to our. Oh shit! I hope I didn't send it to somebody else. They might have got a show, baby. I'm sending it to you right now.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you guys' answer to this question. Does this woman have a job?
No, she does not.
No job.
No.
I think at one point she was doing apartment stuff.
She had worked at, she changed her location at the apartment complex she worked at to work at a location closest to me so she could have her lunches with me. Again, looking back, now I know that was creepy and also another way to be close to me and watching me.
All right, so chat can see it now.
So that's the image of my daughter and I and what she created it into.
Sorry.
And I believe I sent you the image that she said it was as well, if you want to pull that up.
Oop.
That was the creepiest one.
Yeah, that's the one where she took my head off and had me hold it. And that's what she said the image actually was. What she said the images were.
This is just in a row of how they were sent.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, so obviously looking at it, you could see that what she said it was were her reference photos were not. I mean, let me get your opinion. What do you think?
I think... Okay. I mean, my opinion from the beginning, because I have... I can't just give you my opinion on this. Everyone has... It's artistic flair. If every dead person painted was someone, then it's most likely, like... Oh, you guys hear that?
Yeah, that's really creepy.
You said dead people.
Yeah, you did, motherfucker. And then some crazy little wind shit came through.
My grandma died in this house. Anyway.
Well, she's coming through because she's trying to protect the hell out of us right now. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, she was chill.
Baby.
Hola, abuela.
Yeah, for real.
All right, but
Shout
anyway.
out.
So my opinion on, which one you want to hear? You want to hear the opinion on the whole thing or just this?
No, just the images.
Just the images.
Yeah, because you haven't heard enough of the story to really be able to have an opinion of the story. Just the images. Do you believe that the images are the reference photos are what she says they are, or the reference photos are us?
When you put them next to the whole story that you're explaining here, you know, obviously it's leaning towards, wow, this bitch is batshit crazy. But you know, if you just look at the art, just the art, you know, you wouldn't know.
Right.
But also, like, in reference to the whole thing.
When you put our image side by side with it,
yeah.
What do you think? Do you think that it's us, or do you think it's this Google image she pulled up?
I mean, just even like the framing of the photo, just where their bodies are laying on the paintings. You know, it's very similar. Like, the body's not on the left side or right side more. It's basically where that bitch was sitting. Like, she got, like, this was on Microsoft Paint or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And she just traced it and then put like blood over it.
It's called Procreate. That's what she uses. Yeah.
It's like the framing on the photos is too similar.
Right. Because it's exactly us. But like you said, if you're just seeing someone's art, you're just scrolling by, you have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't have this, you have no clue. And that's where a lot of people get caught up in the web or in the crossfire of this, because out of safety for us, we delete anyone that so much as likes or comments or anything with her to protect ourselves, bro. This woman is crazy. So we can't have any type of attachment to her.
Do you, at any part in your mind, do you think, what was that?
Mary.
Oh.
Grandma wants the ring too.
Oh no. Jesus.
It's a good one.
Do you think at any part in your mind that you egged it on at any point?
No, and that's why in the beginning my health and mental health declined as much as it did, and why I was not able to walk and all kinds of stuff. Stress induces it. Because finding logic in things and breaking things down and piecing things together and solving shit is like important to me. And when I'm not able to, and I'm just being victimized, I'm like, what the fuck? Because I don't talk to her. I don't talk about her. I don't do anything that a normal person would think to be triggering, because I don't speak about her. I'm posting me living my life. And she's doing this. And I don't speak to her. I didn't make posts the way she did when we stopped being friends. I never mentioned her name. The only thing that I did was try to get a protection order when it got to this point. And I honestly wish I could tell you that there's something I did, because maybe then we could get it to stop. I could just stop whatever the fuck it was that made her do this. But I didn't, and there's no way to stop it. And I don't think she ever will. I don't. Until I'm able to get a restraining order and a motherfucking lawsuit. I think that's the only thing that will shut her up, because I know she'll violate it just like she did the same day, and this time they'll arrest her, and then I have the fucking comfort of knowing she can't be anywhere near us. She can't fuck anything up the way she just did. We were supposed to be on the news, and she reached out to them
as a concerned citizen.
A concerned citizen, and saying if we performed, they would look us up and they would see this. And they put the links to their docuseries full with lies about me and a verse from 2016 that's rather vulgar, but it has nothing to do with me coming onto the news to share our music. He knows that our content wasn't going to be explicit on the news, and he knew outside of the news that our content was explicit. But we have sets particular for settings like this. You know what I mean? Family settings, kids are going to be there. We have songs, nothing negative, nothing, provocative, and not even like we bleep it out. We write the songs with no curse words. That's not hard for us. So, yeah, but she had sent one of my most vulgar verses from 2016, and then a docuseries claiming that, some white supremacist shit. And just listen to me. When two grown black women come to another woman of color and claim that a white woman is being racist, do you think that for a second she's going to believe that I'm not racist? Why would two grown black women go to another and say these things?
So your stalker is black?
Yes.
Damn, man, you're disrespecting the culture right there.
It's so fucked up. It sucks.
It's so much further than that, because that's what she tries to use as a weapon and try to make this about race, and it's not, because I am of color. And I find it not only ridiculous that she's trying to use that as like a main point in what she does to try to shut down our shows, but also that people even believe this shit.
Right. But without seeing my proof and my side, which you still haven't seen all of, it's easy to believe. It's just the
what
same.
Am I missing?
Like say
Show
hours worth.
Hours
worth, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We have to have another fucking, like, you and I are just gonna have to go through stuff. You're gonna have to tell me what you wanna. I got
time. I'm not cutting you off anywhere.
Well, no, I mean like future reference, because everything that I have.
Spill it right now.
I have over 40,000 pictures and videos of proof.
40,000.
So
40,000 pictures of proof of her.
Pictures and videos of proof of cyber stalking and stalking. Yes. It's a lot to go through. So that's what I'm saying. I want to summarize it. I want it to be like the main points of things so it doesn't take away. People will get fucking bored, dude. You know, just have it more put together. I'd like to just be with you and us, like, go through it and then figure out what you think would be the best way to go about it and then like present it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's going to take a long time, bro.
Now that you have a scope, at least, of where we are up until this point, now we can catch you up on anywhere from the last 2 years. And I feel like that alone is like...
It has affected anyone attached to us. So venues that don't already work with us don't want to get involved in this. You know, we had a competition to get a Tech 9 show. She paid for laugh reacts on our opponent's video. It was only the two of us. They thought it was us, so they kicked us out of the competition. We would never do anything like that, ever. And we didn't even know that that was possible. When was that, 2017?
To pay for laugh reactions?
Yeah, we didn't even know that was possible until she did that. And then she comments on a Wyoming artist's video. She would have never known them, nothing. And that's what proved it. From her fake account that she would watch me on my Instagram stories from, and her personal account saying, congratulations, you deserve this. And then we're like, she fucking did it. I can't fucking believe it. And it's just like, any way that she thinks she can, she tries to do that. But like I was saying, with people that know us, it doesn't work. But with people that don't, you know, she reached out to Talib, Afro Man. Anyway, she comments on each post, all of that. But what I was getting at is anyone attached to us, she's damn near ruined their businesses. Because she does the same thing. She leaves reviews, comments on all their posts, just makes it absolutely miserable for them to where they don't even interact with me. So she'll think that we're not friends and leave them alone. And the way that I have to live my life is so different than the way that I used to be, because I have to be more guarded and I have to hide stuff until after it's already accomplished, because she'll try to take it away. She'll try to ruin it. Just like the news, I said, we shouldn't say anything. We shouldn't say anything, but we wanted people to fucking know so they could tune in what time, you know? But the moment we did that, she sent the email. Nova texted me and said, did you get the email from production? And I said no, and I went to the email. And let me just pull it up. I'll just show it to you.
It said, regarding a concerning viewer email we received, we can no longer have you on our show tomorrow morning.
And then sorry, same thing like the message I read earlier. Sorry for any, you know, inconvenience this may cause or whatever, but I'll just go to the actual email because that makes it a lot easier than having to find the screenshot.
And like I said in my Facebook post, which I had released like shortly after I was getting cut the thing, I felt like it was ridiculous for a news organization whose job it is to research and report news to not do its due diligence to figure out what email they're being sent is true or not. And it was a detriment to us and also artists that are deserving of the Colorado music scene, because not only were we going to talk about us, but also the sponsors we work with, our company, and what we offer the community in terms of
what like, we wanted to offer. And if they don't know that we're here trying to offer it to them, how can they be a part of it? So that's why being on a major platform like that would have opened that door for other people. We could have possibly helped, and that's why it really bothers me. But 1 second.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're watching this, bitch. Get a life. If you really put this much effort into something else, you'd be a millionaire.
Right? You might actually be successful in something.
That'd be crazy. Like, no, but what you should do for real, buy Street Champs some subscribers. That'd be sick.
Yes. You know what, baby? Go buy some likes and you know what? Because if you've got the performance bonus, even the laugh reacts and fake shit, getting paid, baby. So pay for them views, them reactions and comments, baby, please. We all gotta get paid. All right, I'm just gonna scroll.
Nah, but if you're watching this, I work at Arby's on the south
Stop
side.
it! Stop. Right
Call them. Ask for William.
Where are you going with this right now? Okay, so here you go. This is
Okay.
yeah.
You want me to read it out loud or just to myself?
I mean, yeah, you can read it out loud. Do you want me to send that to your messenger too?
That's fine. I can.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so this is regarding the news thing, guys. Hi, Sarah and David. My name is... Oh, man, I'm not even going to butcher that
My name is... What?
And Jonay.
Yes, she's production at Fox.
I produce
News
LLL
21.
on Fox 21. Unfortunately, we have to cancel your appearance for tomorrow's morning show due to a concerning viewer email regarding your social media accounts. I have attached screenshots of the email sent to us along with everything claimed by this person. And then the email says... Sarah, a.k.a. High Key of Affliction Music, is performing... Oh, wait. She hid the following videos from her TikTok account to prevent others, including your station, from discovering them.
Did you see what she put at the top of the email?
Eat my pussy like a natural?
No, what?
Oh.
Not... Oh, my God.
Well, that's the fucking first one.
No. Let me see.
Oh, my bad. Oh, my God, my cat.
Look, right here. Yeah, motherfucker. Don't break a cup around me now. Right here. Look at the top, bro. Stop. Look at the top above the logo for Fox 21. Baby. Read that part.
Like the Instagram post part? Or like the news
Bro,
tip?
I'm gonna have to motherfucker.
Oh, the news tip. Bro, what are you pointing at?
Stop. Right here.
Okay. I thought like the Instagram post.
So she put
Okay.
cyberbully. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So read all that. Is
Okay.
that what? Yeah.
Okay.
Read all that at the top. Hey, it's me. Hi, I'm back.
All right. So news tip, proof that music group performing on Loving Living Local Fox 21 tomorrow promotes eating her pussy, getting baked, is a cyberbully, and faked being stalked for stardom. The links below provide proof from her TikTok account. I mean, who doesn't promote like having safe sex and having comfortable sex? It's fine.
Also, can I just say, this was 2016. This verse that she shared. It's
That's the song you made?
yeah, it's a verse and a cipher, and it was my first cipher. And back then, 2016, bro.
Can I ask you something?
Hit me with it.
The person that you are today, is it the same person that you were in 2016?
I'm not the same person I was a week ago.
Do you
Exactly.
speak the same way that you spoke in 2016?
No.
You grow up, you mature, you know what I mean? And then I was in a different place. I was younger. I mean,
also, in
I
most
talked all kinds of
ciphers-
shit in my fucking verses, bro. That's
And in most
part of
cipher,
it. It's
people
just
are
having
being
fun.
abrasive. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, like, that's what it was. It was just a part of a verse. It wasn't something that, like, literally no other song that she puts out
Is like that at all. That was the only one,
Right.
baby. That was the only one. And then the next one that's another thing she likes to do. So my daughter and I were part of the Multicultural Black History program. And what that is it's where they play during the Black History Month, which is this month, they play different people of color that had like major roles within history. And so my daughter was Billie Holiday, and she was singing the song Strange Fruit. And if you know anything about Billie Holiday or that song, it's really impactful. It's really powerful. And it was something that Billie was told not to sing and would get arrested for singing because it shed light on the fact that they were being racist and harming people of color. And they didn't like for the truth to get out like that. So it is really fucking powerful. And it was a fucking honor for my daughter to not only have that role, but for them to ask me to sing that with her. And this bitch tries to take away from it by this is also something that she sends to famous people to sway them from working with us or having us open for them is she took it out of context. In the video of us singing, look up the lyrics. It is rather vulgar, those lyrics, and it could be scary, if you don't understand the context of it or you see two white girls singing it, I'm sure. But she just clipped, instead of having the full video, she'll say, like, don't have this person a part of your show because she forces children to sing about black bodies swinging from trees. And there is a particular line that says something like that.
Strange fruit hanging
from the poplar tree. Exactly. So, and she's like, black body swinging in the southern breeze, strange fruit hanging from the poplar trees. So she just has that part to make it, look like that, and completely takes away from something that was a really beautiful moment, But so she did the same thing that she did in that moment, and she took my lyrics out of context and completely changed them up for the second video. And it says, which who fucking cares? It says, motherfucker, you were stupid out of pocket. I said, it's not my fault that you ain't stupid out of pocket. I'll be the one to get it poppin', bitch, stop it. And she thinks that every verse I ever drop is about her. Believe it or not, there's other fucked up bitches that I've met and come across that I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. But because she stalks me and she really is narcissistic herself, she believes that everything is about her. But that's not even what I said, bitch. Get right. And then the video of the rest is just links to their docuseries about me.
Yeah. That's crazy. How long is the docuseries?
So each video is about 45 minutes.
Oh, wow.
And they're also writing a book about me as well. So it's really fun.
I'm going to get my cat out.
Really fun out here. Yeah, get that bitch because she's fucking spazzing out. David has had my back like nobody has. And he knows firsthand in a way that other people don't because he's there day in and day out. And because we're attached, he's getting the notifications the same time I am. And it's so exhausting. I'm glad to have his help because he can delete the comments and block them, and he'll do it before I even get to it. And I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, I don't have to.
What's that book about, the writing by you?
They titled it From Pet to Threat, Why My White Friend Used the Criminal Justice System Against Me. It's a really long fucking title, but
it's a good title though, Loki.
So yeah, I haven't seen it drop. They keep saying it's gonna drop. I don't know if it's real because they also said they had a lawyer and posted fake documentation, and then later on said they don't have money for a lawyer. So she started a GoFundMe with the same video docuseries, claiming that I'm the stalker and I'm harming her and stuff like that, and I ruined her business. So she needs money to get her business back together, and she needs money to get a lawyer to sue me and get a protection order against me. So she's actually gotten $3,000 so far. But I feel like once this all, like the truth actually all comes out, I'm sure she'll be held accountable for that fraud too. But most importantly, I just want a fucking restraining order. I want that bitch I don't want her to be a part of my life anymore. Fucking with me or anyone's businesses or anything like that. But of course, we also got that lawsuit coming too. So, because we definitely deserve to, be paid, compensated for the damage that she's caused. And we were thinking about doing a class action because it's not just us, it's a group of other businesses as well. But yeah, what else did we get into?
Is there, do you think, I think it's kind of rewording the same question. You haven't said her name or anything.
Right.
But why? You can block people on a music account, can't you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So she's blocked on all of your accounts?
Yep.
And she's continuing it by making these fake accounts.
She'll create
and poking the bear.
Probably about 5 a day, but it's on each platform. So that's why it's so exhausting, bro. But I'll tell you this, coming forth and doing that episode on Strictly Stalking podcast is it was the catalyst. That is literally what got her coming full fucking force in a crazy ass way. Because nobody was supposed to know the truth about her. She plays this victim and this naive person so well that if people knew that she was really manipulative and doing all this evil, well, she would lose the image that she's built up for these people, And that's really important to people that are narcissistic like that. I genuinely do believe that she's a narcissist. People throw that fucking word around, but not just because it's a trend currently, but I genuinely believe that she has narcissistic personality disorder, and they really feed off of ruining people, bro. They really do. It gives them something. It fuels them the same way, weed or music or something fuels us. Or Another good example that Teresa, shout out Teresa, baby, because she did this connection.
Squad.
That Teresa and I were talking about the other day. It's like Monsters Inc. You know what I mean? Like they're feeding off of the screams, feeding off of negativity. If she's able to ruin something for me, she's able to feed off of that. You know what I'm saying? So for the most part, those are the only two things that she's fucked up is the news recently. And then like years ago, the Tech 9 competition. Outside of that, just connections that obviously were never meant to be, because if someone could be easily swayed by a lie without even seeing the full proof, they were never really a person that supported you or cared about you at all. So it's it only in the beginning really, really affected me in a negative way because like I told you, I wasn't doing anything. And I didn't recognize what stalking was or what NPD was, narcissistic personality disorder, to understand what I was being put through. I thought I was the only one in the world. I thought I was losing my fucking mind. And I didn't know how to handle it until I reached out to a therapist. And then I started educating myself on what stalking was. And I got linked up with this place called Spark. It's Stalking Prevention Awareness and Resource Center. And it was started in 2004 because her sister was murdered by her stalker. And it kind of breaks down what stalking is, and it's everything that I'm experiencing. And then I was like, okay, it's not just me. This is actually fucking happening, and it's happening everywhere. But wow. People don't know what it actually is. And until you do, you don't know what to do about it. So law enforcement isn't even educated in it, bro. So they don't take it seriously. And they are so dismissive that 9 times out of 10, victims will not call to get help. Because they don't help. They victimize them more than their stalker does and makes them feel more helpless. And so that's also part of what I do, what I'm doing, is I'm trying to be able to present it in front of them and get more people to understand why it's important to be educated on it. Because like I said, then we can have resources for it and possibly prevent someone else from having to go through what I've experienced the last 4 years. It's the least that I could do because it's something that I wasn't offered, you know? So somebody has to start it, right?
So she, okay. So I'm trying to I'm still wrapping my head around this whole thing.
Yeah.
She took a photo of you 10 years ago, kept a tab on you for 4 years, quietly reached out to you. Well, no, 7 years. She quietly keeping tabs on you for 7 years. Reached out to you in 4 years. 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. That's the timeline that you're.
Yeah.
Alleging.
So the image is really, like I said, it's really creepy because it's not one that I took or that I have personally. It's one that was taken of me in public. And I wore this shirt and necklace so often, so I don't even know where the fuck it's at. But I don't have the necklace anymore. It was my great-grandmother's necklace, and it was stolen from me. But that is what stood out the most for me. I was like, what the fuck? Like, where did she take this? But the profile picture is of me. In Texas, it had to have been, I don't know. What was it? 2010, 2009, or 2010? And the account was created in 2010. And the name is her full name, but the profile picture is of me. And the account has me blocked conveniently enough. So whenever I had looked her up, that never came up.
So yes, she was somehow in
she
contact
took
with
a photo of me in Texas.
14 years ago.
In Texas.
14 years ago.
So 14 years. Actually, 14 years ago. I've been saying 10.
She kept a silent tab on you for 13 years and reached out. I need a confirmation. Yes.
Yes.
It's incredulous.
Yes. And that's why I need a lawyer, because I have more than enough, bro. That's more insane. Than enough to put her in jail, a lawsuit, a fucking permanent restraining order. And this is the thing, that day when I felt so defeated and they had told me through the intercom that it was denied due to a FDA, I talked to this lawyer and he told me, you have more than enough. He's like, I can't do it pro bono because they said they don't offer pro bono, which is where the lawyer will do it for free, in case you guys weren't aware. They would only offer me that if it was domestic, if we had dated. But because we didn't, it's a civil thing. So you have to pay for representation. So he said, yeah, I have open and shut case. Like, he could get me a lawsuit running in. He could get me a protection order or a permanent restraining order. And
what's the cost of the lawyer?
For a down payment, it was $3,000, but it was still going to be more than that outside of that. And it's just not something that's been within our budget. You know, kids are always first, what they need, and our bills are always first above anything else. And as important as this is, they're still first and our bills are still first, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And if I would have had pro bono, baby, we probably wouldn't be sitting here right now because it would have been taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I believe everything happens for a reason. And I wouldn't have become an anti-stalking activist. I wouldn't have been doing what I'm doing now if this wouldn't have happened. So that's a good that I've been able to take from it. But I can't tell you outside of that. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, definitely doing this documentary regardless. We have so many different people that want to share their experience, what she's done to them since, you know, being attached to me and stuff like that. And like I said, the more awareness I can spread and the more prevention I could provide is my end goal, bro. Because it is such a destructive place that I was put in, feeling like I had no resources or help or anyone to believe me. The best thing you can do for a victim is to validate them and allow them to share their story. And a lot of people that don't understand think it's drama and they'll silence you and make it harder for the person to reach out and want to do something positively about it or get out of that place. So that's why I had to go to therapy. My body wasn't well. My mental wasn't well. And of course, my therapist and my psychiatrist took note of it all these years, what it did to me. But I was able to turn it into something good. And that's why I'm level-headed and I'm okay now. Because I was able to learn this is what stalkers do. This is what narcissistic people do. This is what obsessed people do. And once you have an understanding about it, then you can come at it differently. You know what I mean? I have a different perspective now. I realize she did that to get a reaction. She does that to see me hurt, to see me upset. So I don't ever post me upset. I don't ever post a reaction. I don't retaliate. I never have, but I especially don't for that reason. Because like I said, that's her source of nutrition, her food.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. You know, why does anyone do anything bad? And they want to. Misery loves company.
Yeah.
Is there any advice that you got for anyone that's experiencing kind of what you're experiencing?
Know that you're not alone and reach out to people that you know that you can trust, that won't silence you or make you feel even more victimized than you already do. It's important to have at least one person that you can talk to about this. And anyone that has a friend that's experiencing stalking in any way, the best thing, like I said earlier, that you can do is validate their feelings. Let them fucking talk about it. Be the person that's like, you know what, I believe you. That's not okay. You know, because a lot of people have killed themselves because of this. And it's a really serious thing. And in the month of January, that's when I held my workshop. I held it 2 days before Day of Action Day. And that's the day that Peggy was murdered. The sister of the woman who started Spark.
Okay.
And I was trying to have it on Day of Action Day, but I couldn't. And you wear a yellow for the month of January in honor of the people that did die because of stalking or did kill themselves because of stalking. Yeah, just allowing people to talk about it and validating their feelings. You could really completely change somebody's life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, respect. David, you got anything you want to add?
I mean, honestly, this was mainly just so I can let Sarah actually let her story be told. But spouses of stalking victims, just be there for them the best you can, believe them, and support what they're trying to do. I mean, it's an obvious inkling for people to want to just physically harm the other person. I think that's a solving thing, but it's so much deeper than that, especially when you're a professional who actually wants the best for the community. And like I said, you're working with someone who is a anti-stalking activist. So,
and that's the old me, and I would hope that's the old version of everybody. To their first initial reaction to be violence. That's not me. But there's really no peaceful way to go about this. I've been peaceful, but I guess there's no quiet way to go about this. Being quiet has made things worse. Look, we didn't go on the news now. A lot of people have no idea. Like, why isn't she saying anything? Well, it must be true what the stalker's saying, because she's not defending herself. She's not showing us any different. Mm-hmm. So it's time to stop being silent about it. And, people can put two and motherfucking two together if they see the shit and they know what's good. They've been tagged in the shit and they've been riding the motherfucking fence. you can come see the real truth now. And like I said, you can put 2 and 2 together because I don't give power to that bitch's name. So it's Voldemort. It's a crazy bitch.
Yeah, well, we'll have you guys back and we'll get into other stuff. But this was very eye-opening, and we'll have to talk about it more.
For sure.
Definitely will. I appreciate you having us.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. Thank you, Teresa, for the reach out, and thank you for being interested in even discussing this with us. So the next time we'll have more details, but more importantly, we will discuss us, who we are, some upcoming shows, this guy's involvement,
You know what it is.
and
You want to tell the people where they could follow you guys?
yeah, for sure. We're on all major platforms. High Key, D-Stylez, together we're Affliction Music, or our business is Mountain House Music Collective, and that's where you can find out about all of our upcoming events, how to submit yourself to be a part of stuff, and then we're going to have our ciphers coming back up too, so babe, if you want to kind of tell them what those are.
I mean, most of our ciphers are attached to our events that we do. Anyone that's interested, you just reach out to the Mountain House Music Collective inbox, and we post all of our events that we have coming up, and that's how it works.
Yes!
All right, guys, you know what it is. Hit that subscribe button. All right, y'all. Peace.
Bye!
Hey, guys. Thanks for watching. We just hit 5,000 subs, and we're trying to make it 6,000. Help us out and hit the subscribe button. Peace.